Today we today we come to the end of a cycle. It offers us a quiet yet powerful moment to pause, to reflect. The energy of new beginnings is very present still, but today feels like a calm. I wouldn't say before a storm or anything like that. I don't want to give you the wrong impression of what's coming, but something big. Today is a moment of fine tuning, of reevaluating, of getting clear about what we have been setting into motion and if it is in alignment with where we are truly going. Okay. And I think there's like a natural urge today to reflect on the seeds that we planted during possibly the new moon or earlier to make sure that they're aligned with our deepest desires. We're looking at, what we have been building, what needs more attention, what needs our focus before it can bloom into something beautiful. And so while today may feel like it's a little bit of a lull, it's actually a gift, offering us the perfect time to ground ourselves, to prepare for the next steps, to get clear on our vision. Tomorrow holds the promise of illumination. Today, we have the chance to refine and align before stepping into what's next. So join me as we gain an understanding of how to embrace this energy. And by the end of our time together, it is my intention that you now have the insight, the wisdom, the tools to go forward with the strength, courage, confidence, clarity, with love. So hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. And thank you. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to spend a little bit of time with me on my path. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you for all the positive, loving support you guys send me each and every day. I send it right back to you. Absolutely, I do. Welcome to your daily focus, July the 9th, 2025. So we have the energy of the 9 today. How fitting is that? Because the 9 energy asks us to look at what no longer serves purpose in our life, has value in our life, what we need to release, let go of, maybe finish or complete. Perhaps it is allowing and healing. And for the main purpose of preparing ourselves for new beginnings, new starts, new chapters. If we look at the daily numerology, it'd be a 7 plus a 9 plus a 9, and that gives us a 25. And the 25 is success after difficulty. So if you have been going through some kind of rut or worse, know that you are going through it with reason. I hear intention. There's intention behind what you're going through to prepare you for what strengths you need to hone, what skills you need to grow. It leads you to a new part of a journey. It leads you to a new pathway. It leads you to new purpose or design for your life. 2 plus 5 is a 7 energy, and the 7 energy is about creating, well, a sense of love, harmony, absolutely. But I think balance into our environments, into the different areas of our life, our world, into our relationships. And gaining wisdom through those experiences. Absolutely. Sun is in Cancer. Our moon is in Capricorn. And once again, there's very little happening in the sky, but we do have a lot of energy to tend with. So we have Capricorn, the moon, getting ready to get into position for our full moon energy tomorrow. And so this is the final day of our new moon energy. This is the closing of a chapter, of a cycle that has been inviting us to plant seeds, to reflect on our desires, to align with the intentions of what we want to see grow. So today is vital. Today is crucial to fine tune our intentions, to prepare ourselves for the powerful shift that tomorrow's full moon in Capricorn will bring us. We sit on the threshold between two very powerful lunar phases, and we're gifted with this moment of stillness, a chance to pause, to reflect, to solidify our foundation or our purpose or our alignment or our passion, our goals. And when we have a full moon or a new moon, know that the 2 days leading up to the day of and the 2 days after are probably the most potent energies for the full moon or the new moon. So over the past few days, you could feel tired, you could feel restless. Those are two things that are very common when the moon is about to go full or new. But you may have felt like a quiet urge to think about what you want to truly manifest, what's been lying dormant, or where our heart is pulling us. So, yes, today is an opportunity to reflect, to refine. Make sure that we are laying a solid foundation towards tomorrow for what is about to be illuminated. Revisit the intentions we set during the new moon. You know, what was that sticky note that you put up, that intention that you set during that new moon? How are you doing with it? Is it still in alignment with what you truly want? It's a great day for just resting, journaling, quiet meditation, walk by water, walk through nature. And while the new moon is about planting those seeds, today is about getting ready to nurture those seeds, to grow them stronger, to let them branch out. This is where we graft and we prune and we make sure that everything is growing to plan, that it's, we're doing what it takes to have the best harvest ever. We're giving it the focus and the time and the energy it needs. And where do we need to realign our time or our energy or our resources, ourself, to certain goals that we've set for ourselves, certain seeds that we have planted? This is the time to visualize the next stage. What does it look like when your intentions begin to take shape? How do you know you'll arrive? And let yourself dream big. And not just, I'm getting this bold dreaming, bold dreaming. So ask yourself, what intention did I set during that new moon? Or intentions? And how have they evolved? And if I haven't given them the energy, then why not? What pulled me off track? Or was I really not really interested in that? I just kind of thought that was a good thing to say aloud, but my heart wasn't really into it. Or did something happen that pulled you off course? Or do you need to change a time when you do those intentions? Do you need to make it more of a ritual? We have thousands of rituals in our life. It's not a woo-hoo word. It's what we do, okay? When we wake up in the morning, we go through the same ritual really to get ready for work, get ready for the day. We start with brushing our teeth on the exact same side of our mouth in the exact same manner every day. Today is all about reflection. Today is all about refinement, preparation. The new moon energy is gently fading out and it's making way for the illumination and action that will come through tomorrow's full moon. So it's a pivotal moment to tune in, to check our inner alignment, to lay the groundwork for the next big leap, to trust that whatever we've been setting into motion is already beginning to work its magic, even if we cannot see the results yet. The calm before tomorrow's full moon can be just as powerful as the moon itself. Use it to gather our thoughts, to clear any lingering doubts, to let go what needs to be released, and get ready for the exciting energies that lie ahead. Okay, let's turn to the cards. Oh, what do we have there? Oh, look at that. The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, change. It's all about change, evolving, transformation, preparing ourselves for what we want to step into, where we want our path to lead us, and how our actions, our words, our thoughts reflect that. And if they don't, then why not? Because this is the time to really understand what is getting in the way so we can release it, so we can let go of it and step into the next new moon with a sense of freedom, a sense of liberation. Our underlying energy for today is the Four of Pentacles. We hang on to things. We hold on to things. We hold them tight. We don't want to let them go. We have a fear maybe of losing them, maybe of losing love or security or a sense of belonging. And so we fear from the unknown. We fear of releasing and letting go and seeing what happens. So we keep a foot on each pentacle and we hold one close to our heart. And the final pentacle to be found here is the gate towards true prosperity, true abundance, true happiness, true fulfillment. And it's a path that is made just for you. Nobody else can walk this path. Two angels guard it. You are the only one, but they will not let you cross carrying all of that because you won't find the success that is possible on this path if you do so. So your angels, in this card, your angels patiently wait for you to let go of what no longer serves you, has value in your life, or I hear holds you small. It's safe, but it's holding you small. It's not allowing you to evolve and grow in the way that you need to as you become. Okay, we have the Hangman. The Hangman, we're not struggling here, okay? We may be upside down, but it's only to gain a new perspective, a new understanding, to look at things in a different light, in a different way. To get, some new perspective on an old situation or an event or something that you are going through or walking through, or you're trying to help somebody else in some way and you're trying to understand the guidance that you need to give them. This is about being in the moment. This is about being mindful. Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow is not promised. We have now, and now is what matters most. Where do we have control in our life? Where do we need control in our life? Where do we need to let go of control in our life? We try and control so much of our world, you know? Where the toothpaste is kept in the bathroom might be a control of yours. Oh my gosh, they moved it again. Why can't they put it back in its place all the time? You let go of it, okay? Because it doesn't matter where the toothpaste is. They're not going to say, over your deathbed, "Oh, they were always so worried where the toothpaste was." That's just not going to happen, right? So, get clear about what is important, what matters most. And we're much more logical. We're much more logical with the Hangman energy. We detach ourselves from the emotions. Sometimes our emotions drive us to do the senseless thing instead of the sensible thing. And that doesn't mean we need to just go on logic alone, because logic alone, we miss those opportunities where our heart pounds and the adrenaline's going and you can't breathe. You're just on that inhale and you forgot to exhale. We need somewhere in the middle, right? Okay, we have the World card. Wow, this is turning into a very strong energy day, isn't it? Um, the World card. We're at the end of a story. We're at the end of a situation that was evolving in our life, or knowledge that we were learning, or a relationship that we have is turning into what we had. Nobody stays forever. Some people come in for very short time periods in our life to teach us something and move on, and we have taught them something as well. So understand the lesson, what they brought to you, what kind of wisdom they imparted on you, rather than the sorrow of letting them go. Know that they always have a piece of your heart once they've entered. This is preparing ourselves, tying up loose ends, preparing ourselves for the new beginnings, the new path, to know that we can turn our back on so much in order to go forward and step into new beginnings and starts and the unknown, and to feel very confident and strong and courageous. I think Uranus moving into Gemini gives us a sense of courage that we've never really had before. It kind of gives us a little adrenaline push in some way to pop us into gear. It's like we're having a hard time shifting, so we get this little adrenaline and just pop us forward in some way. And we have the Hierophant, so talk about a strong lineup here: the Hangman, the World, and then the Hierophant. And this is, I think, more about your own wisdom, your sage wisdom, the things that you know deep down. When you sit there and you have a honest conversation with yourself, you are going to have some realizations. You're going to have some aha moments. You're going to have some epiphanies of what you have been allowing, or what you've been putting up with, or what you've been staying silent about, that has actually done you harm in some way. Maybe it's a mental way. Maybe it prevents you from going forward in your path because of these past choices, and about how to reclaim our power, our true power, which is a strong intuition, a strong heart, a strong, I would have to say a strong logic as well, so that they balance each other out or work in tandem with each other. They are cemented together, they work as one. And this is about having conversations with your higher self. Talking to God, your maker, the universe, the angels, your guides, past loved ones. Reaching out for wisdom and imparting wisdom. I just need a little sip of water here. Maybe I needed a big sip. Uh, was refreshingly good in this heat wave. Oh, oh, oh. What do we got? We got half the deck there, and none of them separated. They all stayed together. Ah, okay, let's see what we got for our oracle card today. Is empowerment, the 45 energy, which is the 9 energy. Yeah, it's about empowerment. Realizing how empowered you truly are. The power that you came to this world with, to this life with. Okay, let's hold that up so you can see it good. The moment for respect for life and all things, attuning to nature and to the creatures of the earth, is at hand. Tune into the deep well of compassion that spills over readily to anyone who needs your help. You are being directed to take action to remove difficulties and resolve problems. Be receptive to guidance from wherever it happens to come. Don't be surprised to receive support from unusual avenues. Be alert to seemingly random input, which will give you clues and ideas that had not occurred to you earlier. Once you have picked up these signs, pursue them diligently and with determination. The potential for them to pay off is immense. As soon as you know what action to take it. You know what? This card really reminds me, although yesterday I talked more about Uranus moving into Gemini and more about the moon today. But we have to recognize that Uranus has moved into Gemini. And that was a beautiful description of how Uranus can move us forward. So I do believe that that is a reminder of what we talked about more so yesterday, to keep that front of mind as well, because that is playing a huge role in our lives. Let's see what the animals have to say. Oh, new beginnings with the robin. New beginnings. Even though we're going into, I'm finding this more and more. I know I've said it before a couple of times now that we're going into full moon energy, and we're still talking about starting new and creating, and where for a long time when it was a full moon, it was closure, 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 endings, 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 healing, 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 gratitude, 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 humble, humble, humble. It was all that stuff happening, and how it has shifted now. New beginnings, cleansing, newness, grateful, promise, new birth. You cannot climb a mountain if you will not risk a fall. Robin tells you it's now time to pull yourself from the sludge of the past, wipe yourself clean, mend the wounds and scratches that occurred through the journey. Your angels and guides will be on hand to help. It's a great day to offer your gratitude for what you do have, knowing that you won't be let down if you ask, if you believe, if you expect changes can occur in your life. So yes, expect them. Be more like the hangman energy. Expect those changes to happen. There is the everything happens for a reason thinking, even during painful experiences, but loss always evolves into gain of some kind. Have you ever experienced a passing only to hear of an announcement of a pregnancy or a birth, or broken up with someone to start dating someone so much more compatible for you that you wondered what you saw in that past person? The death of situations always evolves into the promise of birth and new beginnings. If you can see through the clouds of despair. Emotion is truly energy in motion, and since everything is energy, money, love, work, etc., the universe feels the vibration changing in your thoughts, and it can change it into wonderful things if you allow it to do so. Robins always come back to the same place each springtime. It's nature's way. Robin may be telling you that you need to review your childhood to see where you may have stored away deep within your soul, to see if there is forgiveness that needs to take place. Or maybe you need to look up an old childhood friend. And I think 9 times out of 10, it's really forgiving ourselves more than forgiving another person for something. And I think when we do give forgiveness to somebody, it's not like we're going to start hanging out with them again, or we're going to start, having supper with them, or barbecues, or get together for movie night. But to end the story, to not allow that grievance to linger, to hold you at bay. Yeah, I'm going to leave you on that thought, but I do want you to think about that. Let me know in the comments if anything comes to you. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.